Hey everybody, it's Jack here from Gingerbets and welcome to the Gingerbets Golf Betting Insights weekly YouTube show. This week we're previewing the Waste Management Phoenix Open taking place in Arizona. TPC Scottsdale will host 6 of the world's top 10, 17 of the world's top 30, an elite level field go to post in what is the starter, the precursor, the amuse-bouche, whatever you may call it, before Super Bowl Sunday for many a sports fan out there. So let's hope that we can go a few places better than last week and finally get a winner to kickstart the 2022 season and line your wallets with plenty of funds for what will be an amazing spectacle on Sunday evening, especially for those of you that tune in from the USA. Those of you that are new to the channel, let me tell you what I do here each and every week. I break down the course, the skill sets required, and bring you my best outright selections. The action doesn't stop there though. If you're a golf fan, if you love the sport, and if you're into your golf betting, then may I encourage you, get into the description box below. There, you will find details of how to sign up to the Gingerbets Substack.com newsletter. This is a weekly newsletter that provides you with so much more information than I can bring you in this 10-minute video. It goes into top 20 selections, key stats, outsiders to consider, and the reason that you should tune into that. I advise that each of you all follow the outsiders to consider, and those of you that did last week will have got a full place payout on Troy Merritt at 100 to 1. That's 25 to 1 or 20 to 1, depending on where you place your wager on the place payout. Thank you for all the kind messages for those of you that did get into that selection. Last week, it was a bit of a disappointment in the end. We had Spieth 2 clear with 2 holes to play. We had Fitzpatrick make a late run up the leaderboard, and we had Troy Merritt. That's 3 players inside the top 8, full place payouts, loads of profit on the week, but that elusive winner still yet to get it in 2022. So let's hope that we can do that this week at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So that's what you get here each and every week on the channel. Let's get straight into this week's show and bring you a breakdown of the course, the skill sets required, and all important selections. Well, the course itself this week, it's going to be an amazing course to play on for the players. Ball strikers tend to rise to the top of this leaderboard. I'm going to give you an interesting stat. 7 out of the last 8 winners are either major champions or have won the Players' Championship. So that tells you how the elite rises to the top of this leaderboard. We've also seen playoffs over the last few years. So this is a course that gives you plenty of drama come Sunday evening. Course itself is fairly straightforward, the front 9, but it's the back 9 where it gets interesting. This par 71 turns into a real extravaganza on the back 9. We've got the 15th, the par 5 15th with water all the way down the side of it, causes havoc for the players. Then it's on to the par 3 16th, which is an absolute spectacle. And then the par 4 17th, which is drivable. So there's so much drama through 15, 16, 17 and 18 at this course. Your player can be 2 shots clear and lose, as we've seen on many an occasion, and he can come from the clouds and sneak victory, which we've also seen. So that's the course. Let's have a look at the skill sets required, and there are some really key trends this week that I want us to pay particular attention to. As ever, we're going to take it from the tee box. So first up, it's strokes gained tee to green performance. It's such an important factor. This is a ball striker's paradise. You're going to have to play really good from the tee box and with your irons this week. And if you do miss those greens, you're going to have to get up and down. So tee to green performance over the last 50 rounds, but also over the last 24 is something that I've looked at, and I want you to consider it if doing your own research this week. Next up, it is green in regulations gained. This is an absolute key stat this week. 5 of the last 6 winners of this event have ranked in the top 5 for green in regulations gained come Sunday. Will it be any different this week? I don't think so. So make sure you look at players that are making plenty of greens in regulation. Next up, I want to look at par 4 scoring from 400 to 500 yards, and that's because 10 holes fall into this range this week. So I want to pay particular attention to it. Then this is where it gets interesting. The winning score this week I expect to be circa 15 to 20 under par. We've not seen it break 20 under par at the Waste Management Open for some time. I think it was Phil Mickelson last time that was done. Since the redesign, we've seen the scoring around 15, 16, 17 under par. And what that means is you're going to have to scramble well and avoid bogeys. So they're the two last stats that I want to look at. It's a really important metric here at the Waste Management. All the data tells us this. It's more important here to avoid bogeys and to scramble well than it is at the majority of PGA Tour events. So I expect it to be the same this week, albeit the greens are large and fairly easy to hit. If you do miss them, you're going to have to scramble. And the other thing with the scrambling statistics is it takes into account putting performance. So putting isn't going to be something that I look at this week, but scrambling has that kind of built into it. And that is a key stat. Along with bogey avoidance, you're not going to be able to make bogeys and win this event. You're not going to be able to climb that leaderboard if that's the case. So therefore, they're the 5 killer stats. It's tee to green performance, it's green in regulations gained, it's par 4 scoring from 400 to 500 yards. And then it's that short game, it's that scrambling, it's that tenacity around the green, it's scrambling and bogey avoidance. So if you're doing your own research this week, please pay particular attention to those green in regulations and those bogey and scrambling stats. I think are the killer ones. Tee to green performance will be on everyone's lips. So that's the skill sets required. Let's hit you with the selections. Let's hope we can go. I'm praying we can go one place better than last week. Well, it's going to be a familiar name headline in the portfolio this week. I've got no reason to desert him. Like I said, I think he's going to have an outstanding chance of winning the Masters. And to win the Masters, you have to have a win prior to it. Well, he nearly did that last week, but I'm hoping he can go one place better this week. Jordan Spieth, 20-1. He'll headline the portfolio for the week. He drove the ball as well as I've seen him ever do in his career last week at Pebble. His iron game was on song. He was moving the ball both ways. If you look at his shots into 18 on the Friday and the Saturday, absolutely incredible control of his long irons and his short irons. If he puts well this week, I'm sure he's going to challenge the top of that leaderboard and he'll be desperate to get another win to his name. So he's going to headline the portfolio for the week. Next up is a player that is shorter than him in the betting and another player that challenged the top of the leaderboard at Pebble but didn't quite get the job done. I've got no reason to desert him. I think he's got outstanding credentials this week. Let me quickly tell you why. He's in the top 10 in all the key factors that we look at. So that's bogey avoidance, strokes gained approach, tee to green performance over the last 36, 24, 50 rounds. However you look at it, this guy is hot. And in addition to that, we've had 2 first-time debutant winners here in the past. We've had Kyle Stanley in 2012. We've had Brooks Koepka in 2015. It nearly deserted me, that information. But that doesn't mean that Patrick Cantlay can't do the job this week. Patrick Cantlay, 16-1. Paddy Power in the UK and William Hill. I suggest that you take advantage. I think he's got an outstanding chance this week, albeit he's never played here before. He's not somebody who makes his way over to this event regularly. I just think he's got outstanding credentials the way his game is at this present time. Well, we touched on it at the start of the show. Third selection of the week. 7 of the last 8 winners of this event are either major champions or, if they're not a major champion, they've won the Players' Championship. Well, this player, he's got a green jacket to his name. He's got 2 top 10s in the UAE recently. He's 4th in green regulations gained over the last 50 rounds on tour. He's got a better short game than people give him credit for. He scrambles really well, albeit his putting can let him down. Adam Scott at 50-1 on what is a ball striking course where the cream rises to the top. I can see him lifting that trophy come Sunday evening at 50-1. 8 places available across plenty of bookmakers. Here with the 3rd selection of the week. 4th selection of the week is a player that I have a love-hate relationship from a betting point of view. But statistically, he's got so much in his favour this week. He ranks in the top 20 for strokes gained approach, ball striking, and in 4 of his last 5 rounds, he's gained strokes with the flat stick. He's in the top 10 for bogey avoidance. But it's his price that I'm most excited about this week. I think if he was in slightly better form, we'd see 33s and 40s. But 50-1, Russell Henley will be the 4th selection of the week. And the 5th selection to round out the portfolio for the week is a player that I think, albeit doesn't have a major championship to his name, could certainly get one in his career. He's an outstanding talent. And statistically, I think he's ready to step up and win a tournament of this magnitude. We talked about par 4 scoring being a key factor this week from 400 to 500 yards. Well, over the last 36 rounds, he sits second on the whole of the PGA Tour for par 4 scoring. In addition to that, he's 9th in ball striking, should I say, and 7th in bogey avoidance over the last 50 rounds on tour. There's so much to like. He reminds me, in terms of his game, something similar to Webb Simpson. So Webb Simpson's won here and has a decent record over his career. Not the longest off the tee, but an elite level player with his irons and his scrambling and short game. Abraham Answer 50-1 will round out the portfolio for the week. Thank you for listening. All the best with your bets this week. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday if you're tuning into it. May I encourage you, if you've enjoyed the content, if you've backed a few winners or got a place payout, not a winner, you haven't done that from me anyway, but if you've had a few place payouts over the last few weeks, then can I encourage you to subscribe, like, share this video. It'd be amazing if we can get a few more followers. My aim's to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. We're at about 450. I need some more winners to do that, I know. But please, if you're enjoying the content, like, subscribe, share, and don't forget, sign up to the gingerbets.substack newsletter. It's one weekly newsletter, loads of information to help you with your golf betting. No spam, no sales pitch, and it's all free of charge, and it's just one a week.